On the video I made yesterday, I told my subscribers if they have questions about for sale by owner, I would do like a video on kind of give like tips maybe. So since I have you on here, let's so
I'm the wrong person to ask for FSBOs.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, since I have Steve here, and we are going to give you guys like 5 tips with for sale by owners. And then in the next video, we'll probably do 5 tips on expire and cancel listings. Since I'm better at for sale by owners, and Steve is better at expire and cancel listings. If you guys hear me like talk and pause, it's because my dialer is running. So if you hear Steve goes on his script because he's prospecting too. But anyway, okay, tip number 1 for sale by owner. Let's go. What is it?
You want me to give the first tip?
Sure, you get the first one.
Oh, get them on the phone.
Get them on the phone.
Yeah, leaving a voicemail if they're brand new would not help you out. You got to get them on the phone initially because there's probably, I don't know, what do you think, 15, 20 agents prospecting them day one?
Yeah, I like that. So tip number 1, try to keep them on the phone. So I'm gonna give tip number 2, don't leave voicemail. And if you leave voicemail, my voicemail sounds like this. Hi, this is so-and-so. I'm calling about a house on what street? Give me a call when you get a chance, thanks. And you wanna sound not like too robot, but like also you want to make yourself sound like a buyer so they will call you rather than an agent, because if you sound too professional they might thought that you're an agent and they might not call you back. Tip number 3, go.
If you try to break the ice in the first 5 or 10 seconds, because they will hang up on you if they know you're an agent, because they assume that if you have a buyer they're going to call you. So if you can get them to open up in the first 5 or 10 seconds, then you're gonna have a long conversation instead of 20 seconds.
I like that. And I'm just gonna add a little bit on it. Try to be more personable when you break the ice. Comment a little thing on the picture that you see as a for sale by owner. Something that I always do is if they're a flipper, I'll go, oh, that design in the bathroom looks amazing. And then that usually makes them really happy. Or tell them, oh yeah, that house is, you know, it comes with a huge yard. Just something so like it kind of break the ice and make them a little happy. Tip number 4 is to don't give them an impression that you are bringing them a buyer, because when I call FSBO, I never say that I'll bring a buyer. They will always bring up, hey, can you bring me a buyer? And I'm like, well, I don't work with buyers, and what I can help you to do is to, you know, help you sell your house for more than it's worth. And sometimes I also say I devote myself to the sellers. Like, you know, I'm a listing agent. And I told them sometimes I want to sound confident on the phone. So sometimes I also say, hey, most agents don't know what they're doing, which is true. Yep. And, you know, if my sellers, they're flippers or investors, sometimes they kind of like laugh with me because they think it's a little funny. Tip number 5.
Have a follow-up system in place. Since you want to be the last one to follow up. So if it's a mix of like phone call, direct mail, I'm not a huge fan of texting, but it might work for some agents, but phone call, direct mail, email maybe, but I'm not a huge fan of email too. So some type of follow-up system in place.
Yeah, I like that. So Steve is the one that kind of like told me to follow up with them like bi-weekly. If they are fresh, new for sale by owners, we typically follow up like every other week, and the end of the conversation that you have with them, let them know that you will be following up in 2 weeks. So they're not like, get the phone, they're like, who is this? I am a big fan of texting. I send them a picture of my business card always. I don't tell them to look me up online because I usually just send them a picture, and typically 5 out of 10, they will look me up online.
Oh, wow.
And then when they see me on like Zillow or YouTube, that's when they really like start to like me. They're like, oh, she's different. And then if they start watching my videos, they'll get to know me a little more. So when I do schedule the appointment, they feel a little bit more trust. They feel like they already know that agent. So that's kind of usually how I get them. So bonus tip, do you have one?
Bonus tip, I think that picture of your card's a really good idea. Just because I know if I'm a FSBO, I mean, in FSBO's head, I'm day one on Zillow. I mean, I'll probably get 15 or 25 calls, and out of those, I'll probably answer a handful. And then if an agent immediately texts me their card, it's a very quick, this is the person I talked to. And if you have a picture of your card as your face, they can kind of put a face to the name. That's going to make you stand out, because I probably no other agent does that all the time. So I think that's a really good tip right there.
Yeah. So my bonus tip will be, if you're brand new, you have the time, I'll suggest you to go on previews. So previews are just the initial introduction to meet with for sale by owners, but you don't really explain to them like your pricing strategy. You don't talk about commission, you don't talk about pricing. And then at the initial meeting, you are the one that asks questions and take control of the conversation. And then it's a step for you to set up your listing appointment a few weeks down the road or 2 weeks down the road. You want to ask them, when are they going to seriously think about selling their house? When are they ready to list with an agent? Then you schedule a second appointment to meet them when you bring all the listing presentations, and you share with them your commission and their net, how much they will be walking away with. So these are my 5 tips that I have for sale by owners. And if you guys like this video, be sure to comment and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a fortune cookie down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.